Hi guys, welcome back. So what I'm going to do is try and go through my entire collection. I'm going to go through my bronzers, my highlighters, my lipsticks, my palettes, my eyeshadow palettes, my foundations, my entire collection. And I'm going to try and talk some sense into myself to rehome things I'm not going to use, that I know I'm not going to use, and to start using things that are just sitting around because I forget about them. They get pushed to the back, I forget about them, and I'll at least try and start using them again. This is very hard for me to do. I love my makeup. I remember buying my makeup. It pains me to get rid of makeup. But we're going to trudge on, and I am going to... Oh, it's very nerve-wracking for me to even think about getting rid of anything, but I'm going to try my best to determine whether I'm going to use something or not and either find it a new home or start using it. That's the plan. No guarantees. I cannot make any promises. So let's get into this. Today we're going to start with bronzers and we're going to slowly go through each one. This is going to be spaced out. This is not something I'm going to do every single solitary week. It's going to be spaced out, but at least I'm going to try. I've brought you over to my makeup vanity. This is my bronzer drawer. I'm going to try this video like this, see how it goes. If this setup is okay, then we'll just move down the drawers as we go, and I'll just go through my collection and we'll decide if there's something we can declutter or not. So let's just jump into it. These are my bronzers. I will pick them up, show them to you, and we'll talk about the product. First bronzer that's going nowhere is the Marc Jacobs bronzer. This is in Fantastic. This is in my yearly favorites. It was a limited edition bronzer. Nice that I kept this on here so you guys don't get blinded. I love this bronzer. It is going nowhere. It's my tried and true. I use it all the time. It's a orangey. So I'll try and swatch them as I go. Going nowhere. I love this one. Staying forever. This is the Marc Jacobs bronzer as well. This is a duo. It's called the hashtag Instamark in Mirage filter. I used this like crazy. I love this bronzer. It's beautiful. I stopped using it because I didn't want to waste it all. So I stopped using it for a while. It's deeper than the other bronzer. Very pretty. Absolutely love it. This is a Tarte contour palette. I don't even remember when this came out. It's the Tartiest contour palette. It's a really nice palette. It not only has bronzer in it, I'm going to try not to blind you. It has a deeper contour. It's got a bronzer. It's got a yellow like banana powder that you could use under your eyes. It's got another like peachy type of a setting powder you could use it under your eyes. I do not. This is a really pretty blush. I do use that quite often. Then it's got a highlighter. I don't even think I've ever swatched it. I do like this, as you can see. Looks lovely. I do use this bronzer quite a bit. It's much more orange. I'm going to try and move in so you can see these swatches. It's much more orange than the other two bronzers that I just showed, but nevertheless, I do like it. I use it a lot when I do an orange look. I also do like to use this contour. It's deeper, it's darker, it's got more of a gray to it, gray-brown to it. I do like to use it when I am contouring, and I do like to use them together. It works out very nicely. It's a really pretty palette. Going nowhere. I've had this for a very long time. I don't even remember when this came out, but I really do like it. It's a pretty package. Staying here, not going anywhere. The palette that we're going to go to is my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I love this bronzer. I didn't like it for a really long time just because I didn't really think it showed up very well. But as time has gone by and I've learned to build it up, I got the right brush to use with it. It needs more of a densely packed brush instead of a fine brush. It needs a more densely packed brush, and then it really works well. The highlighter I never use in this palette. I think I've used it once or twice, but this is the Kevyn Aucoin, the Neo Bronzer in Capri. It's cool pink. So this is a bronzer, highlight, and blush all in one palette. It's so pretty. I really, really wanted this. I remember when these came out. It was so pretty. To be honest with you, I think I've used it maybe once or twice as a bronzer because it's so red bronze, which you'd think is something different, but I think I've used it only once or twice. I really prefer the blush and the highlighter, and this is not a blush or highlighter palette. So This is staying just because I like the highlighter and the blush. Park Avenue Princess. I don't want to blind you with this, so I'm going to open it. It's an all gold package. This is very old in my collection. I really do like this bronzer. It's very pretty. This blush is pretty as well. And again, I don't think I've ever used that highlighter. This is a very orange toned bronzer and very pigmented bronzer. It's really pretty. When you blend out these bronzers, they do, I mean, it looks really pretty when you blend it out. As you can see, we're in a trend here of all orangey bronze. This is a NARS. This is in Laguna Tierra bronzer. It's a big one. It came with the little, the mini Ita brush that you can put the bronzer on with. I really like that. This is the bronzer. It's huge. It's massive. I don't think in my entire lifetime or my children's lifetime you could ever finish this bronzer, but it's got a gold shimmer to it, and I remember that's what I liked about it. I like using this more in the summer than I do in the winter. I'm going to try and move my hand, so I'm going to close this up. I'm going to move my hand so you can see. I hope that the camera's picking up. There is a gold shimmer to this bronzer, and I really like that in the summer. It just gives your skin a really pretty bronzy glow like you'd just been out in the sun. The next little palette that I have here, this was part of a holiday collection for 2016. Yeah, 2016 from Smashbox. I really thought it was a really good deal. They had three little, it came with the contour, a blush, and an eyeshadow palette. It was like three little containers that all came together. I really liked it. To be honest with you, I don't even know how many times I've ever used this thing. I have maybe used it once because it looks like I swatched it at least. It's a very light bronze, a very like nude bronze, a medium orange bronze, and then that's like a highlighting powder for under your eyes. I've never used it. There's the two. Again, very similar. This is a prettier light bronzer. It's just got enough something to it so that you can actually create a shadow but not turn it orange. It's actually really pretty. Maybe I should try that sometime. Well, I haven't given this enough of a try, and it's so little and portable. I've got to try it, so let's hang on to that. It's the Chanel Cream Bronzer. You know, this was something that I bought simply because I heard about it so much on YouTube that I bought it. I'm not really a big cream or liquid bronzer by any means. As you can see, I've had this for a while, and I've barely made a dent in it. This thing you'll have forever. Once I realized that you needed a more dense brush with it, I started using it more. And don't let this kid you, just the warmth of my hand made it look so much more pigmented, and it does not go on the skin like that. I'm gonna blend it out a bit so you can see more of the way that it goes on the skin. It goes on the skin more like that. A much lighter, it blends away. That's the thing that drives me crazy about this bronzer, is that I put it on and I feel like it does that. Exactly what I'm doing right now. It blends away to pretty much nothing on my skin. Here's a little Kevyn Aucoin. I really wanted this. It's a little Kevyn Aucoin travel little palette. This is the Contour Duo in Sculpting Powder Medium and the Celestial Powder in Candlelight. So I really wanted it because I wanted that highlighter. But this bronzer, it's more like a sculpting powder than bronzer. It's so neat. It's a different kind of a color. It's like a brownie green color. And this highlighter, even though we're not doing highlights, I'll show it to you simply because I'm opening it. It's a really good natural kind of a glow. But that's the Kevyn Aucoin medium contour. It's a really pretty color because it's not orange and it's not gray. It's in between. I really like that color. And I do use this. And this was like at Sephora. You can get it when you check out in their little catch you as you leave kind of thing. I like it. Not going anywhere. And then the next palette that's all the way back here is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette. Everybody has this. Mine's just the original contour. This was like a crazy rave kind of thing. Everyone used the banana powder in here. Apparently I took mine out. Oh, I know where it is. It's over in my It's over in another Z palette. I used to use it a lot. I don't. As you can see, I use this color quite a bit. I've never used these colors, and I don't know why. I gotta pull this out. It goes to the back, and it really is pretty. These colors I don't use. Those are highlighting colors. I don't use them ever. And this color, this banana color, is in my drawer. I think that Kim Kardashian used to talk about it, so I got it when everyone was talking about it, and it's too yellow for my skin, so I don't even use it. I should put it back in here. There's those three kind of contoury bronzing colors. Now we're going to go over to my other bronzers. We're going to start with another Marc Jacobs. This is Tantric. It's one of those little mini ones. I don't even remember. It must have come in some like Sephora favorites, yearly favorite or something. Really like this bronzer. It's really pretty. I do use this one a lot. It's very orange though. A lot of these bronzers are looking very orange. It's that color right there. This is a Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This one I kept just because it came in some Sephora favorite that I purchased over at some point. Or it was like a free gift with purchase or something like that. It's Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I have that in a full size. You're going to see it. It's really pretty. I really like this bronzer. I've had it in my collection for a very long time, and I just use this when I travel, so I don't have to take something really big. It's a really pretty bronzer on me. It's right here. It's got a little shimmer, and it smells like chocolate. Moving along, this is a Smashbox. This was a recommendation for someone on YouTube. Smashbox bronzer. This is in Bronze Suntan Matte bronzer, and these unscrew. This is a really pretty bronzer. As you can see, I used it non-stop when I first got it, but now I have so many bronzers, I don't use it non-stop. There's that bronzer right there. Again, very similar color scheme. I need to get out of my comfort. Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in medium deep. It's the same color that we just looked at. I've hit pan on that. You can see I use it a ton. This is the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light. Yeah, Radiant Bronze Light. I really like this. This is a different color bronzer. Everyone likes or all the people that I watch on YouTube really like I like the Radiant, the Luminous Bronze Light. I have that in here as well, you'll see. But I really like this. And I know this looks really, really orange, but this is an easy bronzer to blend out, and it blends out so pretty, and it just looks so good on your face. But I have to be very careful with this because this can tend to build up very quickly and make me look really, really pigmented. I think I used this in one of my videos, and I looked really sculpted when I really wasn't in real life. But I really love it. It blends out beautifully. It gives a good luminosity to the skin. I love it. This is the Luminous Bronze Light. Do you see how light this is? So this is the one that I picked out of the Hourglass bronzers, right? This is the one that everybody is talked about on YouTube, okay? That drove me crazy. This is so light, and I'm not a dark skinned person, but this showed up so much better. This shows up not at all. I'm gonna swatch both of these right next to each other so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is Luminous Bronze Light. See how yellowy, and I mean, it looks like a highlighter. Okay, I'm gonna move so I can really show you these colors really well. Do you see the difference between those two colors? This is actually a bronzer right here. This is Radiant, that is Luminous. This is a Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. This is solely purchased in the color tan. And this is solely purchased because Flower Bomb 31 raved about it, and I love her, and she just kept raving about it, and I saw it on her channel many times. So I finally bit the bullet and bought it, and I really am happy I did. That just seemed very powdery, but I guess I've never done that before. It is a different color. I know a lot of these look like they're the exact same thing, but this is definitely a different color. It's much darker. It's totally different tone than all these orange ones that I was doing. I really like that. I use that a lot. Okay, so this is the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. I got this on sale at Ulta. It was 50% off, and so I thought I'd give it a try. It smells so good, and it is a really pretty palette. It has 4 highlighters. I'm not going to swatch the highlighters because this is not a highlighting palette, or this is not a highlighting video, but this is a sculpt, and it is a I'm sorry, this is the Sculpt. It's a bronzer, it's a powder bronzer, and this is the shade. It is a cream bronzer. So pretty. So pretty. I know this looks really scary, but when you put it on, it melts away into your skin, and it actually shows up beautifully. It looks so pretty. And these two together are so pretty. So I would bronze with, or I would sculpt with this. I would shade with this darker color in the cream, blend it out really nicely, and then when I'm doing my powder products, I would put the shade, the Sculpt over it in this color. And then back here I have my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I do use this even though it's in the back. It is really pretty. It comes with a big mirror. These are the colors. These are all of the sculpting colors, bronzing colors, and then these are all the highlighting colors. I don't use any of these highlighting colors. I think I've tried them twice. They're all too yellow on my skin and they show up too yellow. I really like this color. I have used this color when I'm really getting dressed up and I want to sculpt and contour. I have used that before. It's very pretty, but it's very dark and I have to be very careful on my skin tone. This is a cult classic. Like, everyone loves this palette. They've even come out with the newer one where you can replace individual pans, and it's a hard case. Unlike this is a cardboard case. This is the original. Pretty colors. I do use it. I really like this color because, as you can see, it's different. I hope you can see. It's different than my other bronzers that are all really brown and orange. Smashbox step-by-step contour sticks. There were 3. There's the, there is the contour, the bronze, and there's the highlight, but the highlight I'm going to put into my other video. It came in a threesome. My daughter loves this. Lovely. Doesn't it look lovely? This cream goes everywhere, and it's so easy to use. So that is the bronze, and then this is the, I think, the contour. I haven't used these in a long time. They really don't look all that much different when you have them right next to each other, do they? This is deeper than the other one, but these blend out gorgeously. Like, seriously, they blend out beautifully. You can use a wet beauty blender. I have the blush beauty blender that I used with this. It works out beautifully. Get it damp and then pat these out. It melts right into your skin, and then you softly top it with another soft bronzer when you're all done. When you're done with all of your cream products, they're so pretty. This is a Tarte, the Sculptor. I don't even remember where I got this from. It is so orange. This is something that I highly doubt I'd ever use. I don't know. It's so orange, but do you see how easily it blends out? I mean, I'm barely putting any pressure on my hand, and it blends out like nothing. But do you see how orange it stays looking? I don't know that I'd ever use this, and I don't even know what the heck I got this in. This is the Sephora I Love Cushion Bronzer. This got good reviews, and I don't even think Sephora carries it anymore. It's a cushion bronzer. It has its own little puff that's so super cute. And you open it up. You have to keep this on there or it dries out, but it's a pain in the rump roast to get open. So you just kind of squish it a bit to get some of it out, and then it's actually very pretty. It's very orange. So this is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Palette number 20. This is recommended by Makeup by Tiffany D. She swore by this over one summer, so I had to get it. This is the highlighting. This is the sculpting. This is an actual shimmer highlight, and that's a bronze blush. They're all cream. And so this is really what I wanted to show you. And this is really pretty. And I did use this a lot, and then I forget about it because it is the sculpting color that you want. It's not the oranges. It's the really pretty. Oopsie, we stopped recording. I do use this with a beauty blender, a dampened beauty blender to blend out. It blends out beautifully. This really is pretty. I'm going to start using this more. You're going to see this in upcoming videos because I'm going to start using it more. But that is my entire collection of bronzers. As you can see, we didn't get rid of any. So I'd love to hear what your favorite bronzers are, what products you use, what you think that I'm missing or I could really use in my collection. That'd be awesome as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned anything, liked it, enjoyed it, give it a good thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I think we're like 29 strong at this point and marching right along. We'll just keep picking up people as we go by. Have a great night. Bye.